Hey everyone! Welcome back to the show. I am Luna.
And I am Sam. And today, I am going to say something that might sound bold, but I mean it completely.
What is that?
This episode has the potential to change your relationship with English forever. Not because of a list of tips, not because of a grammar rule, but because of what we are going to talk about today.
Today, Sam is going to share the real story of how his English changed, and more importantly, how his life changed because of it. The real moments, the real failures, the real turning points.
And if you have ever felt stuck with English, like you have been studying for years and nothing is moving, this episode is specifically for you.
Let us get into it. Sam, I want to start at the beginning. Not the happy beginning, the hard one. Tell me about the wall.
The wall. Yeah, okay.
Every English learner hits it. That moment where you have been studying for months, maybe years, and you look around and think, nothing has changed. I am still stuck. What is the point?
I hit that wall twice, actually. The first time was after about 2 years of studying. I had notebooks full of vocabulary. I had finished 3 grammar books. I could read English articles. I could understand movies with subtitles. But the moment someone spoke to me in English, I froze completely.
And what did that feel like?
Like everything I had learned lived somewhere in my head, behind a locked door, and I could not find the key when I actually needed it. All that knowledge, and none of it is coming out.
And that is the wall. And here is what most English learners do when they hit it.
They study more. They buy another book. They find another app. They add more input, more vocabulary, more grammar rules, more of the same thing that was not working.
Because it feels productive. It feels like progress, but it is not moving the needle.
Not even a little. And listener, if you are at that wall right now, I want you to hear this clearly. The wall is not a sign that you are bad at English. The wall is a sign that you have been using only one side of your brain, the receiving side, and you have been completely ignoring the other side.
The producing side.
Yes. Reading and listening, that is receiving. Speaking and writing, that is producing. And most English learners spend 90% of their time receiving and almost 0 time producing. And the wall is what happens when you have a full tank, but no engine to drive with.
So the first thing that changes your life in English is not adding more input. It is starting to produce. Every single day, even badly, even alone, even in a whisper, just start producing.
And listener, that one shift from consuming to producing is where the wall starts to crack. Not all at once, but it starts.
Okay, so you hit the wall. You realize you need to produce more. But here is the hard part, Sam. Most people know what they need to do. They just do not do it consistently. How did you fix that?
2 minutes.
2 minutes?
2 minutes a day. That is where I started. Not an hour, not 30 minutes, 2 minutes. Every single morning, before I did anything else, I spoke English out loud for 2 minutes, by myself, about anything. What I was going to eat that day, what I was thinking about, what I saw outside the window.
And that actually worked?
I know it sounds too small to matter, but here is what I did not understand before. The problem was never time. I had time. The problem was starting. Every time I thought about practicing English, I imagined a full hour session with flashcards and recordings and feedback, and that felt heavy, so I did not start.
But 2 minutes feels like nothing.
Exactly.
2 minutes is so small that your brain does not resist it. You cannot say you do not have 2 minutes. And what happened almost every single morning is that I would start my 2 minutes. And I will keep going. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, sometimes 20.
Because starting is the hardest part, and 2 minutes removes the barrier to starting completely.
Yes. And after 30 days of 2 minutes every morning, something had shifted. English was not a subject I studied anymore. It was something I did every day, like brushing my teeth.
And that is the difference between people whose English grows and people whose English stays the same. Not talent, not intelligence, not even time. Consistency. Showing up every single day, even for 2 minutes, beats studying for 3 hours once a week, every single time.
And listener, I want you to try this tomorrow. Not today, tomorrow morning. Before you check your phone, before you eat breakfast. 2 minutes of English, out loud, by yourself, about anything. Just start talking. That is it.
2 minutes, starting tomorrow. That is your first life-changing English habit. Okay, Sam. This next one is the one I personally think is the most powerful. Tell me about the identity switch.
This one is hard to explain, but I am going to try.
Take your time.
For the first 3 years of learning English, I thought of myself as an English student. And that sounds harmless, but it was actually the thing holding me back the most.
Why?
Because a student's job is to learn, to absorb, to get things right, to avoid mistakes, to prepare. And so every time I spoke English and made a mistake, I felt like I had failed, like I was not ready yet, like I needed to study more before I could actually use it.
And not ready yet becomes a place you live in forever.
Forever. Because there is always more to learn. There is always another grammar rule, another vocabulary list, another level. You are never fully ready if ready is the goal.
So what changed?
One day, I stopped calling myself an English student, and I started calling myself an English speaker. Just that. That one word changed.
From student to speaker?
Yes. And it sounds like a small thing, but it completely changed how I showed up. A student avoids mistakes. A speaker makes them and keeps going. A student waits until they are ready. A speaker speaks now with whatever they have. A student measures success by how much they know. A speaker measures success by whether they are connected with another human being.
And that shift changes everything about how you learn.
Everything. Because when you are a speaker, every conversation is a win. Even a broken one, even a confused one, even one where you had to say, "Sorry, can you repeat that?" 3 times. You showed up. You spoke. That is a win.
And listener, right now, I want you to say this out loud. Say, I am an English speaker. Not, I am learning English. Not, I am an English student. I am an English speaker. Because you are. You are speaking English right now by listening to this. You are already doing it.
That identity, I am an English speaker, is not something you earn after you become fluent. It is something you claim right now. And claiming it changes how fast you grow every single time.
Okay, last big shift. And this one is the one most English learning content completely ignores. Tell me about the room you are in.
So there is this idea I came across that changed everything for me. You do not rise to the level of your goals,
You fall to the level of your environment.
Say that again?
You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your environment. Meaning, it does not matter how badly you want to improve your English, if everything around you makes it easy to avoid English, you will avoid English every time.
So the environment is more powerful than the motivation?
Much more powerful. Motivation runs out, willpower runs out. But if your environment is designed to push you toward English, you do not need motivation. It just happens.
So what did you change? Small things. I changed the language on my phone to English. I changed the language on my social media to English. I started following English content creators instead of content in my native language. I put a sticky note on my mirror with one English word every morning. I started listening to English podcasts during my commute instead of music. None of those are big changes.
None of them. They take 5 minutes to set up, but the effect is massive because now English is not something I go to. English is something I am surrounded by. It is the default, not the exception.
And that is the environment shift. You are not fighting against your surroundings anymore. Your surroundings are working for you.
And here is the thing. You do not need to move to America to be surrounded by English. You do not need to find American friends. You just need to make English the easiest thing in your environment and avoid making it the hardest.
And listener, pick one thing in your environment right now. Just one. Change your phone language. Follow one English podcast. Put one English word somewhere you see it every morning. One change. Starting today.
Because your environment is either building your English every day or it is not. And you get to choose which one it is.
Okay, 4 shifts. 4 things that actually change your English and your life.
1. Break through the wall by producing English every day, not just consuming it.
2. Start with just 2 minutes every morning. Consistency beats intensity every single time.
3. Stop being a student. Start being a speaker. Claim that identity right now.
4. Change your environment. Make English the easiest thing around you, not the hardest.
None of these are complicated. None of them cost money. None of them require a class or a teacher or a textbook.
They just require a decision. One decision, made today.
And here is your challenge. Pick one of these 4 shifts, just one, and apply it tomorrow morning. Not all 4, just one. Start there.
Because the people whose English changes their life are not the ones who had the best teacher or the most expensive course. They are the ones who showed up every day with what they had.
And you are already showing up. You are here right now. That counts.
Drop a comment and tell us, which of these 4 shifts hit you the hardest today? We read every single one.
And subscribe if you have not already. We have more episodes coming in 2026 that are going to keep changing how you think about English.
See you in the next one.
Remember the days when you didn't know how the world felt so heavy you barely knew now. You stumbled through silence, through shadows and rain, but something inside you kept whispering again. You've carried this farther than anyone sees, through seasons of doubt and unanswered pleas. And here you still are, still standing, still trying, still reaching for something while quietly flying. Look how far you've come from where you began, from the child with the dream to the soul with the plan. Every scar that you carry was shaping the light you were always becoming. You just couldn't see it at night. had to leave behind. Each ending you mourned was a door opening wide to the life that was waiting just there on the other side. You've carried this farther than anyone sees, through seasons of doubt and unanswered pleas. And here you still are, still standing, still trying, still reaching for something while quietly flying. Look how far you've come from where you began, from the child with the dream to the soul with the plan. Every scar that you carry was shaping the light you were always becoming. You just couldn't see it at night. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel every road that you've walked, every silence you've survived, every truth you never talked. That was never the ending, that was just the storm before the calm. You were never lost, beloved. You were always finding home. Bear gentle fate. You made it this far. That was never nothing. That was everything.